Right, Myford Super 7. I'm going to put a little DRO on the drill for a drill gauge. This is just a cheap Aldi one that I've taken to bits, and I've broke the finger off the back and reassembled it, made sure everything works, and it does. I'm probably going to cut it down a little bit, but basically it's going to go on there, and excuse me, that part is going to be butchered up, and that's going to be mounted there. My aim is not to drill any holes in the machine. There's two oil nipples here. I don't know whether they're something like 2BA. M4 goes in, but not very well, so I need to get some extension pillars or something for there, and then put them nipples back in, seal them on a mounting bracket that's going to hang over, that'll carry that. Obviously, it don't want to be face down, otherwise I'm going to be bent down every time to read it. So I want it, you know, maybe somewhere there. Right, that's not a problem. What is this. Everybody I've seen on YouTube and others who have made a DRO make an alloy clamp or other metal clamp and clamp it round that neck. Some go quite deep, some of them don't. The problem I've got is I've got a chuck in there, MT2. To remove that chuck, I wind that back. It winds to there, hits resistance and knocks it clear. Out she comes. So that's easy. And there's still plenty left out, so I could put a collar on there. However, I've got stacks of various centres and other devices that go into the end of here. Plenty of them, I've tons of them. These are just a few. If those are put in, let's stick that one in, an old one that come with it. So bang that in, and it's pushed hard and it's tight. I don't want to start braying that with a mallet to get it out. To get it out, I have to wind this back. You see, my shoulder's gone. I can't fix to that. If I keep winding it back, out she comes. There is a peg in there, and yeah, I could drill all these and put a little grub screw or something in bottom so they'd come out easier. An alternative which I've come up with is come on baby, is to drill three, that's the probably M4, M3 or M4. I've seen these things. Got these from Aldi today. No, Lidl. £9.99. High speed steel. Go on, always goes out of focus, doesn't it, when you don't want it to. Try it like that. It's not going to do it either. You don't want to know. They've got a good cut on them, that's what I'll try to show. They're really lovely and sharp. They're high speed steel. How good have an high speed steel, I don't know. Obviously they come from another country. But they're all the sizes. The drilling sizes are 2.5, 3.3, 4.2, 5, 6.8. What's that one? 8.5 and 10.2 for this range of taps that comes with it. And the taps are also high speed steel. I'm quite hopeful. I have got a full tap set of all the three taps of each size I've got. That I got a Volcal or something, a good, quite good set. But I just saw these at £9.99. They even come with a little tap wrench in a little box. Oh well, I'm having a set of them. Yeah. Okay, that's my plan. I'll do more videoing on it when I get a bit further into it. That's what's left of the DRO. And that, and that, and that. That one's nibbling away. So, will it work? We'll see. That finger there, that's that sliding finger that comes out on them, that's actually a little TIG weld on there. I just lifted it and it just snaps off. So that doesn't encroach on the slide. I put it all back together and it works fine. So I'm hopeful. I'll do more videos when I get a bit further into it. The Aldi one that I never use because it's a bit hit and miss, although since I've stripped it down I realised why it was a bit cruddy inside. Anyway, I've cleaned it all up and it seems to work okay. So I've got it in pieces and all the bits are there. So basically you've got two oil nipples there for oiling the drill spindle, the tailstock spindle. Obviously I don't want to do away with them, so the plan is I'm going to put some bolts in here. I'm going to bolt this plate to it, this piece of aluminium, and I'm going to re-drill a 1mm hole down the centre of each of the bolts so I can get oil in to oil the spindle, or find some way of putting the original little oilers back in, which are those little fellows. They are 2BA. There's two of them. And they're 2BA. And all these are M4, M5. Is it M4 or 5? I don't really want to go to M. I want to try and stick with BA. My problem I've got is I ain't got a BA tap. And I really could do with one. So what am I doing? Right at this moment, that's the back of the piece of DRO that I've taken to pieces. I've already cut the point off there. This point will be coming off too, but not all of it, probably to there, because there's going to be a couple of fixing holes there to fix it to the nose. No, sorry, no. On this one, this does come off. All that's coming off. It's the other one, the other part. The spike comes off the top, but that bit there, there's only going to be a little stub left. It's going to be cut back here somewhere. And two fixing holes. That. And they're going to go, which as I said would be cut off. So let's have a look. Cut that down by the mucky fingernails, lad. So that would be something like there when it's all on. Yeah, I'm going to do it in stages. So this is the first bit, is to drill and tap M3. I've drilled that one. I'm just done with that one. And I've drilled this, so that's to tap next. So I'm just tapping these. I've got it under here so I can just get it steady, so when I start it, it's straight. But yeah, that's what I'm on with. The 3 holes tapped M3 are to carry the aluminium plate that's going to hold the thing on. It'll all come apparent. I'll be doing this with one hand. You cowbag. That's it, that's got it. Lovely. She goes a little bit tight, but it's going in. Probably got clean thread out of her. And D Bird, naughty boy. Great stuff. So 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. They're to fix this to the back plate, which is this. I'm going to fix on there. So what I need to do is fold on that scribe mark, because I want this readout to be there. I don't want it to be square on, so you bend down to watch it. I don't want it to be flat up top like that. I want it to be about there for easy reading. But obviously this ruler bit's got to slide smoothly along it. So I've got to fold that plate next, and I've got nothing for folding, so I'm going to have to come up with something. I've got some alloy jaws in vice, so I can hold it. I need to put something right across it to push it, so that I get a decent fold all the way along, and then it'll be cut down with this, because I don't need to be that big. So when that's fitted there, all this will have to be profiled and try and filed up neatly so it looks something like all corners off. But I'm sure we can make something of it. It's another freebie. We'll get a bit closer. Now, so that's mounted on there. Yeah, this is all just ashed up. Got to get that so that's bang level, basically, and follow it out. I mean, this is no different to what anybody else has made for their lathe. I know on Chinese lathes it's a lot easier, because this isn't all fancy like this. It's a square block, and obviously you can drill and tap it anywhere. But I was trying to use existing holes without drilling any more in the tailstock area here, and using the existing 2 oil spots to mount it, which I'm still aiming at. That. But yeah, we're getting there. Just thought I'd do a little short bit. It's only going to be a short video altogether. That'll be on there when it's done. So yeah, it will be at an angle, so you can look straight at it without having to bend down. Okay. So we've got that ready now. That's turned down to 180 thou for the 2BA die to go on. So that's where there. So we've got to thread that. I've got a die holder for that, I'm sure I have. It's only a 1-inch die. I'm sure I've got a 1 and a 1.5. I'm sure I have, in fact. Let's have a look. You see they're big, aren't they? They're like 1 1/4. That's going to be too big. I have to look for a die holder. I'm sure I've got a wrench somewhere. We'll find one. Anyway, basically, that's next job. And then that's, before I thread that, that's going in a collet chuck, which I've got ready. And we're going to create a hexagon head on there. That's got to be turned down as well yet. But that wants to turn into the size of a 2BA nut, and then a hex put in on it, so it's size of a 2BA before I bore it. But I'm hopeful. I've got to bore that 1 mil all the way down it, and it's on it. It ain't gonna work, is it? In no way I can bore a 1mm hole down a 1.8. My logic with it was that these little grease nipples actually have a hole down the middle, and they look substantial enough that they're not going to snap off. We'll work through it, see what happens. So we're nearly there. This is the head that I'm going to machine into a hexagon to match a 2BA nut. So nearly down to size. Just about there. Right, I'll do some measuring now, get it accurate. I'll use micrometers. Well, so far, that's how far we've got. Well, that's done. Just got to sort this out now. All this, tighten it up, put front on. Front's got to go on first, so I have to build it up from back, forward. Nearly done. Right, so that's it complete. That's an £8.99 digital caliper from Aldi. A bit cropped off here, a bit cropped off there, a few alterations, bit of a bracket made. Oil nipples are still available for this, so we're all good. I mean, there is no zero, because zero's wherever you want to begin. So if you plunged it out to there and said, right, 0, you had a drill bit in and you wanted to go in, 3mm, well, where you'd go until you got to 3mm. Of course, you've got to remember that you've got your taper on your drill bit, so you'd have to make sure it went from the tip or from the back of the flute on the parallel that you wanted 0. But yeah, what a nice addition, because you never know. This thing on the rear was showing like 1/8 of an inch. So it's just a chunk of scrap alley that I had, drilled and counterbored and slit, and bored to this size, and clamped on, and that just drilled in a 4mm screw in it. Job done. Yeah, with it right back, it doesn't protrude over that part, so we're alright. Getting a bit rusty, that. I want to rub it down with something. So as far back as it'll come is there, so we're clear. It needs that blacking out, doesn't it? So I think it was an expensive one. Switches on automatically, doesn't it? Yeah, it comes on automatically as you use it. Some do, some don't. The more and right ones don't. They don't come on. You have to turn it on. Yeah, so we're a £9 little bodge. Just give me a DRO on my tailstock. Yeah, thank you for watching. This will all go on YouTube, I guess. But it'll just be a short video.